Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money with your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 376 of Screw the Commute podcast. We're talking about spot training with Fiverr today. This is a highly efficient way to get training on various software and things that you need for your business. Now, hope you didn't miss episode 375. We had Andrew Paletto was on. He's built a great membership site for people over 50 so they can stay healthy even if they're stuck at home with this pandemic. All right, now how would you like to hear your own voice here on Screw the Commute? Well, if the show's helped you out at all in your business or given you ideas to help you start a business, we want to hear about it. Visit screwthecommute.com, look for a little blue sidebar that says send a voicemail. Click on it, talk into your phone or computer and tell me how the show has helped you. And hey, put your website in there too and you'll get a big shout out in a future episode of Screw the Commute. And while you're over there, pick up a copy of our free automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate free. Screwthecommute.com/automate free. And this is a book we sell for $27, but it's yours free for listening to the show. And it will really, really make you lightning fast, save you all kinds of time. I've been using these techniques for, at least 23 years. Okay. It saved me 7.5 million keystrokes, just one of the tips. So grab it at screwthecommute.com/automate free. And while you're at it, pick up a copy of our podcast app at screwthecommute.com/app. That's APP. Put it on your cell phone and tablet and take us with you on the road. Now, I know everybody's freaking out on the pandemic. The schools are open, they're closed. You get a last minute thing. Don't send the kids to school. They're going to burst into flames, or I don't know what they're trying to say. I think it's some lazy people don't want to go to work at school. But at any rate, I don't want you to be stuck in that kind of situation where you have to quit your job because your kids can't go to school or you can't go to work or you've been laid off. I don't want you to be in that kind of situation. That's why I've been living this lifestyle and teaching this for 22 years. I've been teaching people. I've been selling on the commercial internet for 26 years, going on 27 now. And these are real techniques that every business on earth needs. You don't have to go into debt for the rest of your life for a 4-year college and be out of the workforce. You can be in the workforce even while you're in my school. So you got to check it out at imtcva.org. A little later, I'll tell you how you can get a whole scholarship to the place if you're in my mentor program. We've had people do that, gift it to young people or other people in their life, and give them a career that they won't come home living in your basement. Okay, how about that if you want to be selfish about it? All right, so that's imtcva.org. It's distance learning. It's the only licensed dedicated school on this topic in the country. It's certified to operate by SHEV, the State Council on Higher Education in Virginia, but you don't have to live in Virginia because it is distance learning. If you can hear this sound, then you can be in my school. So check it out. All right, let's get to the main event. We're talking about spot training with Fiverr. Now, I can't say I was the first to introduce Fiverr to the marketing world, all right? But let's just say I was one of the first. I remember traveling the world speaking to marketing groups, and no one had heard of this fantastic resource. Now, it started out as simply thousands of people around the world telling you what they would do for you for $5. But it's since morphed into a major player in the freelance world. I mean, I just saw yesterday someone had a starting price of $4,095 for a WordPress website. Okay. But that crazy anomaly, is out in left field. Many things start at $5 and then you have upgrades to 10, 15, 25, 40, things like that, or whatever somebody wants to charge. I've gotten so many things off of Fiverr. I mean, many graphics related and funny videos. And one time I got an entire film student class. I think it was about 20 kids shooting a great promo for my Wake 'em Up presentation skills book. The whole thing was only $5, right? I got a girl who painted my school website on her fingernails. I got another funny looking dog that had a sign around his neck saying he loved my Fatso tennis website, and all kinds of unique things like book covers, posters, and flyers. I got the voiceover for the 30-second commercial from my school, and also the intro to this podcast. The voiceover was $5. So I'm a big fan of this site. But you got to have the right attitude about it, though. You got to go. I mean, you could go to a professional graphics firm and pay $500 to $1,500 or more for a logo. You could literally buy 100 to 300 of them on Fiverr and pick the one you like best. I mean, the hardest part would be picking out of 100 different logos which one you like best. So don't just buy one for $5 and then complain you didn't like it. You could have paid $500 or more and not liked those fancy firm ones either, right? Now, if I want something, I usually give the same job to a couple or 3 different people, and I pick the one I like best, or sometimes I use all 3 in different places and split test them against each other. But graphics and videos aren't what I want to talk about today. I'm a big proponent of increasing your skills so you're not always dependent on others to do simple tasks for you, which cause delays and cost you money. I mean, it's just ridiculous when some of these things are so easy to do if somebody just pointed it out to you and showed you. So I'm talking about getting what I call spot training. It's primarily with software. Now, here's the thing about most software. Most software will do about 1,000 times more than the average business person would ever need to know. Plus, the learning curve can be crazy steep and long. In other words, it would take a lot for you to ever get to the point where you could do what you needed to do with the software if you had to figure it out on your own. Now, this is where Fiverr comes in. I don't need to know everything about a piece of software like a professional would. So here's an example. I wanted to use Adobe Premiere, which is a very high-end video editing software. And I got the pay monthly version from Adobe, which was pretty cheap compared to buying the software outright. It's really expensive. Plus, Adobe keeps it up to date, so I don't have to worry about that. And let me tell you, I'm not trying to be a great video editor. I just wanted to learn how to do basic things that, like put some text on a video, or change the size of the video, or make what's called a slate, or it's basically like just a screen with a colored background and some text on it. I mean, stuff like that. It would have taken me forever trying to watch YouTube videos. And by the way, I love YouTube. I've learned a ton by watching YouTube videos, but it would have taken me forever to learn those simple things on my own. So I paid a guy, I think it was $15. And in an hour, I made notes and I had the exact instructions on how to do all those things. And later I wanted to learn a couple more things, so I got in touch with the guy, and I think it was another $10. All right. So now whenever I have to edit a simple video, I pull out my cheat sheet of instructions, knock out the videos with, listen to this, 0 delay and 0 expense. Now, for more important and difficult stuff, I still turn things over to my video guy. But for simple stuff, I'm lightning fast and I spend 0 money. See, another thing that's cool is that many of these people don't care about holidays in the U.S., and they'll work weekends and evenings and early mornings. I mean, you can pretty much always find somebody. Now, I've been editing. Here's another example. I've been editing this podcast. Whoa, this is episode 376. I did them all myself. I'm pretty good at simple audio editing, and I happen to use Adobe Audition. See, Adobe Premiere is for video, and Adobe Audition is for audio. And now that I'm getting into audio books, the technical requirements are more stringent. If the audio doesn't match certain exact standards, your book gets rejected. Well, I didn't know how to do these things that were necessary to make sure the audio file matched the requirements of audible.com. So I went on Fiverr and I typed in Adobe Audition Training. And on a Sunday night, a young DJ musician from Costa Rica, all right, had an ad that said, "I'll make you edit like a pro in Adobe Audition." Right? 1 hour class for $20. So I contacted him, and you can ask questions before you buy right through Fiverr's system, which somewhat protects you in that there's a record of what was discussed with the person. And I asked him if he would teach me how to meet the specifications of Audible. He agreed. He took over my screen, and we knocked it out in about an hour for $20. All right. And now Fiverr now has a tip function. So I gave him a $10 tip, and I'll use him for further training as I want to improve my Adobe Audition skills. And the other things, one time I needed to know something about PowerPoint. $5, I got the answer. Same thing with Excel. I'm terrible at spreadsheets, and I needed to figure something out. I tried on my own for several hours. That was stupid. When I finally got smart and hit someone up on Fiverr, 5 minutes later, I knew what I needed to know. So this is a very efficient and cheap way to become more proficient with common tools we all need to increase our productivity and our speed and reduce our cost. I call it spot training, and doing some of it will do great things for you. So the next time you're working and you think to yourself, boy, I wonder how to do, whatever, XYZ. Write it down, or write everything you'd like to be able to do in a certain program. And there's somebody somewhere on Fiverr standing by to help you learn how to do it. And it's going to be cheap compared to you trying to fight it out on your own. All right, if you'd like to have a more expensive guy help you out, you can join my mentor program. And we have a year's worth of training. It's the most unique, most successful and the coolest program. We have all kinds of things you have that make it unique. You have an immersion weekend in my retreat center. You have in my TV studio, we shoot videos for you, marketing videos, edit them, put all the graphics on them for you, do it all for you. It's a year-long program. It's all one-on-one, where myself and my crew will talk to you one-on-one. We'll take over your screen. But it's a year-long, and it's got a unique financial aspect in that my success is tied to your success. So for me to get my big money, you have to make way bigger money, and then it's capped so you're not stuck with me forever. So this, like I said, it's the longest running, most unique, most successful program ever in the field of internet marketing. So check it out. And plus, the other thing is you get a scholarship to my school that you can either use yourself for extra training or gift to someone. So this is very powerful. It's run for over 20 years, 1,700 plus students, and no lawsuits, nobody chasing me around, bad-mouthing me. Not that everybody was successful. I got to tell you that. If you don't do the work, you're not going to be successful. But the ones that did the work, man, they're thanking me. And I hope you will too one of these days. So check it out at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. And for little stuff, grab Fiverr and learn how to improve yourself, because it'll save you time and money. That's what we're about when we make an entrepreneurial endeavor. All right, that's it, folks. So catch y'all in the next episode. See you later.